Go to a gym and you will witness madness. You will have women in tights stretching out in the middle with a tripod focused on their backs. You will see women taking turns using a single machine and not considering the guys who are waiting around to use that machine for the last 30 minutes. A gym with more than 50% of women subscribers is more like an open-air play area for kids with cameras. You will hear loud pop music playing Barbie soundtracks from the speakers. You will feel out of place and already on your guard, fearing you might be accused of harassment if you even looked at a girl. This is the new reality of commercial gyms, and not only is it making men uncomfortable and hesitant to go to the only place they had left to work on themselves in peace, it is also making them unsubscribe from these gyms and instead start buying equipment to build their own gyms at home. This is going to be a bit controversial, but I'll still say this because it's mostly true. You see, when men see an attractive woman dressed in skimpy clothing, they do notice. They do look, or at least glance. They don't avoid it unless they don't like women. They are designed that way. Yet, certain women dress in scant clothing on purpose to attract men's attention and then become highly aggressive when men look at them. Why? It makes no sense. I think these types are just angry, bitter, and hostile because Chad dumped them, and this is their weird way of getting back at him. Men's domain is the gym, and women are guests there. I never said women can't be in the gym, but you show respect. Dressing in your underwear and then accusing someone of being a creep because they inevitably look in your direction is horrible behavior. The difference between those pants and shorts and your underwear is, your underwear is less tight? All of this makes us question, why not have men-only gyms? We perceive ancient cultures as backward, concerning social interactions between men and women. But these old cultures had wisdom. Men and women were separated, and both genders had their own spaces. This way, confusion was avoided. Now we are returning to these old ways by wanting separate spaces like gyms. But the problem with men-only gyms is that gym businesses simply cannot sustain a man's gym or a woman's gym. If possible, the gym should prohibit cameras and videos for personal business, such as YouTube or TikTok channels. We're not in grade school anymore with separate schools. An easy test would be this. Open 2 gyms side by side for males and females only. 100% positive the male gym will succeed in membership and be fruitful. The female gym will 100% fail in 6 months or less, depending on membership deals. Another problem is that women experience creeps in the minority, but assume the majority of men are like that, so they become hyper-aware in order to protect themselves. But the men who are getting blamed are done so by the minority of women, and in response, men withdraw in order to protect themselves, all of which is sensible to some degree, though we all need to learn to interact with each other respectfully. Take phones away from the gym and just treat each other with dignity and respect. A lot of problems would be solved if gyms would implement a stricter dress code. No skin-tight clothing, no exposed midriffs, no cleavage. A minimum of 5-inch loose-fitting gym or running shorts and sleeveless tops or tees. No tank tops, no sports bras, only outfits. No yoga pants. No exceptions regardless of gender. It's not about women wanting access to services. The world is overflowing with choices for women. It's rather about demanding that absolutely everything in the world be oriented around them. It's about undermining others' choices in any way they can, out of narcissistic spite. It's about paranoid suspicion of men talking with other men, in the false assumption that everyone else must be as hateful as they are. In today's world, we need more men or gym heads like Joey Swole, who are constantly calling out all these so-called gym influencers and their stupid agenda at the gym and putting them where they should be. Even men don't feel safe at the gym if there are some women who have phones on a tripod recording. If you happen to see one, stay far away. If she's in trouble, leave her be. Your kindness doesn't deserve false allegations. With how some women are willing to shame guys for the hell of it and for validation, it's no wonder they're not willing to engage with them. You can also call them creepy and sick, trying to film guys to get them into trouble for kicks. Label them as the gym sickos. And then they can't even use their own footage without self-labeling as creeps, struggling with their male gym members leaving them. My suggestion is to simply create men-only and women-only areas so that both genders can do their thing. Men can work out bust stress and build muscle. Women can make their own videos and post them online. To each, their own. There's really only one thing behind all of this for women, and it's validation and attention that they're so used to that they can't live without it and will go to any lengths just to have more of it. I've started to believe that most women are now addicted and even desperate for instant validation and gratification. If they don't get it for some time, They start to do risky things and start acting out against men because they're so desperate and hungry for attention which they didn't get, that they end up doing things such as recording themselves wearing tightly fitted clothes in the gym and then recording themselves online. The fact that these women don't want guys to watch them working out, yet they videotape their workouts and post them online for millions of people to view, is hypocritical. Men and women may be seen working out in harmony in the background. Did someone ask them whether it was okay if they were in her video and it was watched by many people? I doubt it, though. I would contend that recording yourself in the gym, and thus recording others, is worse than a guy looking at you. As many people tend to point out on these videos, the fact they are worried about one guy looking but uploading themselves to thousands of dudes online is just insane. I love how these girls complain about people looking at them in the gym while they are recording themselves for possibly thousands of people to see them with a close-up view on TikTok. Since it is inappropriate for women to openly express how attractive they find themselves, these women pretend that the men who are constantly staring at them are doing so because they are so incredibly attractive. They are trying to elevate themselves by putting down innocent bystanders by framing them. Thus, it is all BS. The fact is that women create problems for everything out of thin air. If we have a couple of well-operating, successful men-only gyms, women will take them to court for gender discrimination and hence make those gyms accept women. And with women in the gym is not the gym anymore. It's like an open-air playground for children with cameras. As far as men looking at others in a gym, I don't know about them, but I call it situational awareness. I always glance at those around me and those who move around me, so I understand the situation should something happen. Besides, if you don't want to be looked at, then you can stay home and do the same exercises for free. You need attention and validation, and then get mad once you get it. There's no end to women's insecurities about men going to places in search of peace. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.